students, today we are going to have a lecture on malignant tumors. So far in clinical orthopedics we have been seeing the benign tumors, and today we are starting the malignant tumors. The difference between the benign and malignant, the basic difference is benign tumors are very localized. They won't spread and they won't give medical challenges, whereas malignant tumors are very medically challengeable and they can spread to lung or kidney or liver, any part, any brain, anywhere it can spread and create complications, very life threatening complications. So they are very challengeable one. So in the malignant tumors, so basically various types are there. In that we have already seen various formation based on the histological appearance of the tumor. We have classified them into six types. Number one, osteosarcoma. Number two, fibrosarcoma. Number three, chondrosarcoma. Number four, Ewing's tumor. Number five, multiple myeloma. Number six, secondary tumors. Secondary tumors, otherwise called as metastatic tumors. That means a tumor came from some other part, are called metastatic tumor. Okay. So in this list of six, we are going to start with the osteosarcoma. Osteosarcoma is a commonest form of malignant bone tumor. Okay. And most often the malignant the osteosarcoma is found to be very secondary, not primarily affecting. Secondarily, it spreads from some other part of tumor is converted into osteosarcoma or spread from some other bone and affect a particular area. Sometimes benign tumor can be converted into sarcoma, malignant tumors. So in that way, the secondary formation is very common compared to primary affection. Okay, coming to this, who is more affected? This particular tumor is very commonly affecting the children and adolescent people, age group, and the most of the etiology is unknown, because in cancer the etiology is most often it's unknown. However, there is a close association is seen wherever the children have Paget's disease, osteitis deformans, it is called as Paget's disease. I want you to refer this particular disease and learn what it is. Paget's disease, when they get this problem, they also get osteosarcoma. So in that way it is associated, closely associated. Okay, coming to the pathology, how it affects. Slowly it develops, the tumor develops. The most common site of the bone where it develops is upper ends and lower ends. That too, the bones like femur, the lower end, the tibia, upper end. That is the area it very commonly affects. Coming to upper limb, the upper part of humerus and the lower part of the radius and ulna. That's the area where it most often develops. The reason why the tumors are often develop in this region is these are the areas where most of the growth in the bone takes place, in the epiphyseal plate. We know the epiphyseal plate, just below that area, the metaphysis we call, that metaphysis area is the area where the bone growth most often develops. Most commonly, the most predominant amount of length growth is taking place in that area. So in that area only the tumors are very commonly occurring. Okay, and how it develops? Slowly the osteosarcoma develops and it bulges, makes a swelling, and at one point of time it bursts into the surrounding soft tissues. To that extent it can develop. Sometimes it can be symptomatic, sometimes asymptomatic. As it is bursting into the soft tissue, it will raise the periosteum and cause that is the area where it causes most of the clinical symptoms like pain, swelling, warmth in the skin, shiny appearance of the skin, all those things it will develop. Coming to diagnosis, how we can diagnose this is a osteosarcoma. The most common method is histological study. Histologically, the tissue is taken and culture is made, and to diagnose whether it is tumor or what type of tumor. Sometime the clinical features will mimic same like osteomyelitis, which is an infective condition. So in order to distinguish from the other types, it is very important to histologically study the tumor. Not only that, it can also mimic other forms of tumor also, because of the combination of tumor tissues present when we do the histological studies. For example, it can mimic like fibrosarcoma, it can mimic like a chondrosarcoma, because those kind of tissue, cartilage tissue, fibrous tissue also may be presented. However, the predominant amount of tissue present in this tumor is osseous tissue. So only based on that particular special characteristics, we confirm it is a osteosarcoma. In spite of the other kind of tissues present, because the presence of osteotic tissues, bone tissues, primary bone tissues, we label it as a osteosarcoma. Okay, coming to the prognosis, how it affects. Definitely, it's a very challenging one. 80% of the people who are affected with it will have a metastatic spread to lungs, or some other organs will be affected, and it's very life-threatening. And most often, previously, the treatment was amputation to save the life. But now, because of the advanced technology, we have developed a lot of chemotherapy and surgical procedures that is saving the limb as well as the life. In coming to this chemotherapy, very powerful cytotoxic drugs. Cytotoxic drugs means that drugs for tumor, cancer drugs have been identified in the recent years. So that will be started initially. And as after some period of time, maybe 1 month or 2 months, they will do the surgical ablation of the tumor. Either part of the tumor or full resection of the tumor will be done. And that particular part will be stabilized with the prosthesis, or bone graft will be done. And after that, they will still continue the chemotherapy in order to prevent further growth in the same place, further growth of the tumor in the same place, as well as to prevent the spread of the tumor to other part of the body. So in that way, the chemotherapy and surgical ablations of today's protocol, the recent years protocol, are more beneficial to save the limb as well as the life. So in that way, the clinical management is taking place for osteosarcoma. That's it for today, and I would like to listen to this particular condition, because it's one of the commonest malignant tumor in bone. So understand the concept completely, and try to put them into an assignment format with relevant subheadings. Thank you very much. We'll meet later. Thank you.